Okay, so we've got a breakup working here. So I've got two people and we want to drive them apart. Uh, so what I've got is the two photographs back to back. I've also made tiny, now these are really small little puppets. You probably can't see them. Uh, they're, they're not the most extravagant, but they've been blessed, baptized in the name of the client, or not the client, sorry, the target and the woman we want to get rid of. I've loaded the head cavity up with powders that I use in breakups. Use whatever you have that you feel is right. Don't go by what I do. Uh, I can give a list of powders if you really want that, but at the end of the day, it's best to do your own magic, to put your own your own sort of essence into it rather than copy mine. But I'm just here to show you what I do. So what I'm going to do is anoint these with a few oils first of all. Now what have we got? As usual, I don't have them prepared, but we're getting there. I'm not going to put too much on them because inside them there's quite a bit, so I don't want to go overboard. At the end of the day, I'm looking for my hate oil. I really want to get them to dislike each other, because when they dislike each other, that is a very good start. I'm going to also put on some, I've got a stop communication. And this is a banishing oil. I'm going to put that on her to get rid of her. Okay, I've anointed this petition paper in front of me. So I've already done that. So, and I've got a block communication oil. Isn't that the one? No, not communication. Block communication. Oh, fiddly. Yeah. This is to stop them communicating. Okay. So I've got a jar and I've got a little bit of cinnamon in there already. Not cinnamon, sorry, I'm talking too fast tonight. I've got a bit of cayenne pepper in there. So we're putting him upright and we're putting her down the way, head down, so they're not looking into each other's faces, and it's basically making them, out of sync with each other. So he's normal and she's looking down the ways. So, and I'm folding this petition away from me and then anti-clockwise and three folds. I'm just popping that in as well. Now, with regards to the photographs, I have put a black X through her face. That is us Xing her out of his life. On the petition, I wrote the petition in the present tense. I basically said that they have no communication with each other. She has gone on her merry way. She's no longer in his life anymore. And they've cut the cord basically with regards to any relationship. So it's important, I feel, to keep things in the present tense, because I think you're drawing it to you a lot faster that way. It's again, I preach about the law of attraction. Uh, so that to me is when you put something out there as if it's already happened. It's very, very powerful indeed. So it's best to keep it. And I always say, even if you are really, really having a hard time with someone, it's important to keep positive, because even though it's difficult, the positive mind frame is a wonderful thing, and you will draw situations to you regarding the issue that is positive. So it's important to maintain a positive mind frame, see in your mind's eye that goal, and draw it in. Yeah, I understand that when people say I can't do that because I'm so stressed, but really, for all the energy you use in stressing, you know redirect it into the positive thinking, and you will see a shift. I promise you'll see a shift. uh, it doesn't do you any good just to sit and stress and worry. It's throwing away energy, to be honest with you. So photographs back to back. I have anointed them with the same oils that I mentioned there. I'm just going to place them in here. One moment. I just went back and took the photographs out again. I anointed a coffin nail with some breakup oil, and I'm putting that through 2 pictures because it's always good to have a sharp object in the jar. Some people put some nails, you know, smashed glass and stuff. I like to use smashed light bulb because it takes the light out of the relationship. Again, we are talking about things that are sympathetic magic, basically. So with the light bulb being light, we're taking the light out of the relationship. And I make this, it's a breakup, it's got everything in it, and I make it especially for each working. So we've got a bit of black salt in there, we've got some sulfur, we've got dog grass, I think, is in there, some confusion powder. It's good to get them confused because then they'll start to doubt their feelings. That's the kind of thing. Yeah, I'll make a list of everything I put in that so that, you know, if you want to go down the road of trying to make that, feel free. I'm putting more black salt in it because I really, really want to darken their lives, darken the relationships so they can't stand to be around each other anymore. And separation, I have a separation mix that I use, which is walked the chalk again. One moment. Sorry, I should have these things sitting ready. I actually did have it sitting ready, but I placed it, put it back in my little box that I keep all my powders and stuff in. So again, you know, go with whatever you have. So I'm going to put in here some dog hair, black dog hair, and some black cat hair. This is good for arguments. Really getting people to argue is what we want. We really want them to argue and fight. And this is some chili mixed with cayenne pepper. And I have some sulfur I'm going to pop in there too. Oh, I should have said the bottle that I make specifically for this working has got vinegar and lime juice in it. Vinegar is very good for souring a relationship, as is lime juice. Just to let you know that. Okay, so I'm not going to put any more. I'll put a bit more confusion. Now, this is made up of black mustard seeds and poppy seeds. And what I'm going to do is get a light bulb and smash it. And I do this off camera because I get a little carried away. I can be a bit freaky, just to let you know. And it's something I don't show on camera because basically it's just some things that I don't want to divulge because I don't know, I just want to keep some things to myself. To me, there's a little bit of a ritual around the smashing of the light bulb, and what you know, it's a ritual in itself. I make a statement, and this is a Santa Muerte working. I've already petitioned the Santa Muerte for this, and this will sit on the Santa Muerte's altar. I'll be putting the glass in there, maybe a touch of graveyard dirt, not to harm anyone, but to call an ending. Graveyard dirt is very good for calling an ending, to make a permanent end with regards to the relationship. So yes, I'll be finishing this off. I'll probably add a bit of devil's dung in there too to stink the relationship out. But yeah, smashed light bulb and maybe a few more pins and things like that. Cleansings are important after this. You could do sage, but in my opinion, you need probably something a little bit more than that. So a bath in salt is good, or salt with some Florida water, and then sage yourself. I like to back the sage up with something else, if you know what I mean. So I really do like the salt, because in my opinion salt is very, very effective, and negativity cannot cross salt. So salt and hyssop is another thing that's good. So do that periodically. It will cleanse everything off you. You don't want to have you just don't want, this is a negative working, and you don't want to have an attachment of any sort, whatever it may be. You want to, set it, forget it, and clean yourself down. Don't dwell on the results of it. That's important, not to dwell. Like I've said before, this will go to the Santa Muerte's altar, and I'll be shaking this up on the appropriate days. It'll sit there for a while. I want the client to give me some feedback, and if we see a significant movement, then this will go for deployment, and I will deploy this. I think it's going to go to the graveyard, to be honest with you. Permanent workings, something like this, that we want the person back. We want him back permanently, so I think it calls for the graveyard. So there, it's just to let you know it's important to do the cleansings. I have to say this because a lot of people, they don't know, and your spiritual hygiene is very, very important. And you want everything to work out for you, so it's important to do those cleansings on a regular basis, and make everything just be right. So I'm gonna finish this off and come back and look at a couple of cards. Okay, let's see. Okay. Mm-hmm. I feel one of the two of them is withholding something from the other. Something that will come out into the open, and when it does come out into the open, it's going to play a big part in the end of the relationship. That's what I'm thinking. That coffin card, it tells me about an ending, and this book is all about a secret. So I'm thinking that I'm thinking that there's something hidden, and it will come to light, and that is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back kind of thing. And also I think that there's a health issue. I think it's more like a mental health issue with regards to the whole issue, the whole thing at the minute. I have a feeling that you're seeing something, but you're not seeing what's going on behind closed doors. A lot of people, when they get work done, they give it a small, I'm not saying this is you, by the way, a small amount of time. I'm just explaining something. And they give it a small amount of time, and they say, oh, they're all lovey-dovey on Facebook. They're all putting up pictures of themselves on Instagram. And they're all this, that, and the other. And I don't think that, you should buy into that, because that's just a fake. To me, that's fantasy. It's not reality. And I find that the most unhappy couples are the ones that do that. It's as if they have to prove to themselves that they're happy. So I always tell people, actually, not to look at social media too often, not to keep checking, because it can destroy you. Another thing is, don't keep getting readings on the subject. If you get spell work done, it's very important to actually keep it to yourself. Also, a lot of readers can be quite harsh because they don't like spell work on a specific person. They think that it's a manipulation, which it is, of course. I can't say it isn't, but it is. They don't believe in the free will being manipulated and stuff, but I mean, you can argue the whole thing, like, at the end of the day. But what I'm trying to say is, it disheartens people when they go to readers and they ask about, when will we get back together again? There's a spell done and stuff. It's important to keep your spell to yourself. No one can give you a specific time because time is just something that is impossible to get your head around. Time is, like I've said many times on this channel, does not exist in the realm of spirit. It's a man thing, a man-made thing. So we can't say when this will all come into, play, and it will manifest. But the best way to do it is just to keep the spell work to yourself. Don't even tell your best friend or anything like that, because you don't know people's true. You don't know what people are truly like, and someone that claims to be your friend, and you tell them and stuff, that can derail spell work. I know it's hard to believe, but it can. There's a thing called the evil eye, and that is enough to throw your life out of whack. So, uh, just like I said, if you're getting spell work done, it's important just to, keep silent. And there's a thing called the witch's pyramid. I know I'm digressing, but um, I don't know if I'm going to get this in the right order, because it's so long since I've ever read about it or looked at it. To know, to dare, to will, to stay silent. I know that's the 4 principles. I think there's a 5th one, but those are the 4 main ones. And basically, I'm not sure if they come in that order, but to keep silent is very important. To know, to will, to dare, to keep silent. So, keep silent is something I think that anyone that's getting breakup work, love work, any kind of work done should do, is to keep silent. And do a minute, 2 minutes each night of focusing on your goal. Don't worry about how you get there. Just see it happening in your mind's eye and draw it to you. That will really help any work that's been done. But anyway, moving on to the client here. Sorry, I get distracted so easily. I'm thinking that there's a problem. I think there's a problem already, to be honest with you. Yeah. I've got the mountain beside the flowers. Yeah, uphill struggle. Something is taking its toll, I think. And the clouds, that's about, you know, unhappiness seeping in. So I think things are on the right track, to be honest with you. We just need to give it some patience. Yeah, again. So we've got the workplace in the middle, which is significant. I have a feeling that one of them, someone's going to leave that workplace. Because of the issues that's happening at the minute. I have a feeling. Sorry, I'm just reading into this a bit. I have a feeling that there's going to be a change with regards to work. It could be yourself, or it could be him. But this is a good thing. I also think that there's a lot of discord again. I see that discord card again. And I think something is going to come your way in the future. I've got a communication card here, and that is telling me that he's going to communicate with you about everything. He's going to basically, I think, be very open about everything, and I think you're going to hear something that is favorable. But I'm thinking that I've got the job card, or it could be money, but I feel that there's going to be a change of work for somebody, and it is a good thing. It is a good thing, and it will bring. I think this is really helpful in bringing about, the separation, and it will also bring about some sort of communication with regards to you and him, and it's showing me again the tower, so that's all about discord. So like I say, even though you're thinking that things are maybe a bit, you know nothing's going to change with regards to them, always bear in mind, like I've just said, that we don't know what goes on behind the closed doors, and these cards are showing that there's something going on and there are issues. So it's like planting a seed, let it grow and we can see how we get on. Always keep in touch with me, please. Let me know how you're getting on. I have a good feeling. We have a very good feeling about it. We've got Santa Morte on the scene. So Santa Morte, I mean, she's amazing and she doesn't like it when people are treated unfairly and stuff like that. So she's a great ally to have. Uh, I keep telling, people not to fear her because she's all about life and living, and she helps us um, with every human need. She helps us with that. So, yeah. So I'm going to keep working this for you. I'll do a lot of candle work on it as well. And please keep optimistic. That is the main thing. I do think there's uh, trouble in that relationship. So I think things are going in the most definitely going in the right road. So I'm waffling and it's time to go, and I'll speak to you again soon. Have a good evening.